Hello, welcome to Old Nerd in a Thrift Store. I I like to go thrifting. My wife and I like to go to thrift stores, and I always like to find old things from when I was a child, or I don't know, anything cool, anything movie, book, comic book related, physical media. I'm big on it. But this is one day my wife and I went thrifting, and I'm going to show you a few of the things that I grabbed. we went to Goodwill, and I found a few things there and got pretty good deals. It came from outer space, Blu-ray. This is an old sci-fi movie based on a story written by Ray Bradbury. 2D, 3D version. Got some bonus features. This is a pretty nice DVD or Blu-ray. I'm sorry. $2.99. Goodwill is supposed to charge at $3.99 for Blu-rays, $2.99 for DVDs, but the cashier just charged me for a DVD, so I saved $1 on it, $2.99. It's practically brand new. Doesn't look like it ever got played. Really, it's the latch here is really stiff still. Like, doesn't even seem like the disc ever got pulled out of it. So saved $1 at Goodwill, $2.99, practically brand new. I love old movies. More and more, I like older movies. I blame it on TCM, the cable channel, Turner Classic Movies. I used to watch that quite a bit, and I found that I liked old movies a lot more than I like a lot of new movies anymore. So anything old I grab, especially if it's in really nice shape for a really nice price, and that was the case with this. Something else I like to do is find still sealed DVDs of movies that I like. E.T., of course. This is a really great edition of this film. The only thing I don't care about is full screen instead of widescreen. Widescreen would be better, but still, it's still sealed. It's this really great edition of E.T. That came out. I don't remember when this one came out. Not real super long ago, but but this is a really nice find, still sealed, $2.99. And last thing that I found at the Goodwill was this Star Trek book, hardcover children's book. This is from, I think, 77. This would have come out, I don't know, shortly after the cartoon series of Star Trek from the early 70s, and probably just before the first feature film. This thing is in beautiful shape. Like, somebody bought this and just put it aside and never touched it. The thing is in perfect condition, and I think this was $1.69. I don't know. I could probably turn around and resell it on eBay for probably $5-10. So beautiful. I might keep it because I like to hold on to the things that I find that are in really nice shape. So maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. Maybe I'll try and sell it. I wouldn't mind having a little store one day to sell this kind of stuff, comic books, movies, that sort of thing. But so my total for this was $8 at Goodwill. The next stop on our road trip that day, my wife and I stopped at this old thrift shop in a little old town that most of the businesses on its main street were closed down, but somebody had opened a little thrift store in one of the old empty buildings, old empty stores, and they had a ton of old books in there. And I grabbed some of the ones that were in nice shape and that were like sci-fi or fantasy. This is an old Ace double, A.E. Van Vogt on one side, and George O. Smith, who I'm not familiar with, on this side. But the old Ace doubles, two novels in one. But I grabbed it because, of course, it's in really nice condition for being 60 years old probably. Really nice condition. And again, doesn't really look, the spine's hardly creased. Doesn't look like it's even been touched, read. But A.E. Van Vogt, he's an author of interest to me. I haven't really read anything of his, but I'm a big Philip K. Dick fan, and Philip K. Dick cites A.E. Van Vogt's stories as influential to his writing. So usually when I find something with A.E. Van Vogt, I grab it, especially if it's in nice condition like this. Dennis the Menace. Again, this is another probably 60-year-old book, but doesn't look like it's ever been read. The spine is nice and tight, no creases. Very stiff still. I don't think either of these books are worth a whole lot, because I think this was like pretty mass produced at the time, kind of along the lines of, say, Todd McFarlane's Spawn #1 or Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man #1. They printed so many of them that it makes it so they're not worth a whole lot, even in good shape like this. But I mean, I think I maybe paid 50 cents for it, so can't go wrong. And then this was just a random sci-fi book that was in pretty decent condition there. The only problem with it is you can see where it looks like it laid flat like this, and you can see the pattern of the mildew here and the water and the moisture damage. It must have had like another book laying on top of it like this for, I don't know, looks like a couple centuries, but even so, it's not terrible. And again, the spine a little cracked. Great condition. Great condition. And I love old sci-fi fantasy paperbacks. I love the cover artwork. I have a huge collection of them, and I'm always looking for new to add, and this is a perfect addition to my collection. Then they also had these two Xena novels. They're two parts of a trilogy, and I hate this. Whenever you go to a thrift store, you'll find like the second book in a series. You'll find the second, third, fourth, fifth book in a series, but the first book in the series is never there. And that was the case with this. Two Xena novels in really nice shape. Really nice shape. That don't look good. I don't know what happened there. Probably something dropped on it and dented the pages. Probably be flattened. But these books go for like $20 each on eBay. So I'm gonna have to keep my eye open for the first novel in this trilogy. But I love finding the movie, TV show tie-in paperbacks. Xena, I didn't even know there were Xena paperbacks until I saw these at this thrift store. And they were in great shape, so I grabbed them. The only disappointing part is no #1. And this is an HBO miniseries. It's based on a young adult science fiction fantasy book series. Made a movie of it back in the early 2000s, and then they made this TV series on HBO. So HBO usually does some pretty good miniseries. So I wasn't a big fan of the original film. I read the book, and I wasn't a real big fan of that either, but everybody seems to love this book series. They keep remaking films and TV shows about it. So I'll give it a try. Like this whole stack from this thrift store, all this I got for $4. So $4. I'll check this out. I know I could probably check it out on streaming. I love streaming. Tubi is probably my favorite. You find all kinds of old, interesting, or independent stuff on Tubi, and it's free. You just got to watch commercials. But yeah, I'm 50 years old, so I grew up on television, and having to watch commercials is not a big deal. But I like to have physical media, especially if I can get it really cheap. I'm just now getting into anime as an old man. For the last couple of years, I've been really getting into it. I guess the gateway drug was the Hayao Miyazaki collection of movies, I think my when I like 20 years ago, my daughter, I picked up Kiki's delivery service, and just I forget why. And she really enjoyed it when she was little, and that was kind of like my inroad. I got curious about his other movies like Totoro, Spirited Away, and I put together pretty much an entire set of his Blu-rays, Miyazaki's Blu-rays, Studio Ghibli stuff. Uh, I think once I finally got to Nausicaa, The Valley of the Wind, that movie, I loved that movie. That's such a good sci-fi fantasy anime. I was hooked at that point. But now I've just been watching some things, buying some things as they're on sale. This just came up for pre-order on Amazon. It just got released here a week or two ago, and I pre-ordered it because I saw it. I researched it a little. Premise premise is really cool. Uh, Sci-fi, great animation. I haven't watched it yet, so you can see it's still sealed. This was a little pricey. This was $40, and that was 50% off the pre-order. So this is like an $80 disc, regular priced, but for half off, and because the premise was cool, the artwork looks cool. I'm gonna give it a try, a blind try. I think I'll be okay though, because from everything I've read on it, it seems to be pretty well respected and loved by the anime community. So that was the expensive thing out of everything today. But yeah, I guess what was a total of 48, like 55-ish dollars for everything here. So yeah, that's my first video. Old nerd in a thrift shop. I don't know what I'm gonna call this, but I hope to keep doing these as I grab other things, and I hope you enjoy. Please comment. I'd like to talk with people about this stuff who know more about it than I do and give me some more insights on it. And yeah, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.